I say a prayer every day. God, just let me do everything I'm supposed to do today and get everything done that I need to get done.
It's tough some days, but it's well worth it.
We do see the things that nobody wants to hear about, the stories that really shatter you. We see things that you don't want to imagine can be true.
Every job there is at the Humane Society, it's definitely hard because you see a lot of good things, you see a lot of bad things, and you just kind of have to stick through it and be there for the animals, and because somebody's got to be that voice for them.
Probably the most memorable one is Buddy. He's still currently at the shelter, and he's been there since November of 2016. He came in after he got into a big fight with another dog. Basically, he'd been left in a trailer house by himself for quite a while. He ended up eating his way out of the trailer, getting loose, and eventually meeting with another dog where the fight started. He came in just terrible shape, didn't really move, was kind of just pretty injured. Our vet did what he does, made him all great, and now he's this happy, loving, adoring dog who just can't get enough of people.
I can tell you a story about, this little kitty come in, and he was 8 days old, and he weighed 5 ounces. And we had somebody that was going to foster, but that didn't work out. And so I said, I'll give it a go. I've fostered many in the past, and like you said, there's good outcome and not always so good outcome. And so I took him, and they said he was found on the road, on Stolly Park Road, and by all rights, he should have been run over because he was in the middle of the road. And I took him home, and the day he walked for the first time, because he was a mess, he had upper respiratory. It was God's will that he's here, And at first his name was Donut. And I looked at him one day, and he was not well. And I said, Gabriel, that's going to be your name. You're going to be a Gabriel, because there's an angel looking out for you. Anyway, by the grace of God, he made it. And I promised my husband we're not going to adopt anymore. We've adopted all we're going to. And for 2 weeks after I took him back, my husband kept saying, is Gabe adopted? Is Gabe adopted? No, no, no. One day my husband come over, I said, what you doing? He said, I can't take it. I'm going to adopt Gabriel. So we have him at our house. And he's a sweet boy, but he's got some Siamese in him, and he's kind of a little tear sometimes, but we adore him.
A lot of people know my black pit boxer mix, Boz. He was at the shelter for over a year, went to different families, saw him adopted, I don't know how many times, 3, 4, 5. He always got brought back. One time I remember he chased the lady's cat, so she brought him back the next day. It's like, I suppose the cat ran, so he chased it. And he's scared to death of my cat because my cat stands up to him. And my other foster failure was Pinky. She was at the shelter for a long time, over a year. She's a white, she's a deaf pit, so she was special needs, and she's a challenge every day, but she's well worth it. She's awesome.
We got a call for a welfare check on Colby and Jack. Animal control went out, and they ended up finding them in a cellar. So it wasn't just an empty cellar either. It was full of things like glass, and it was cluttered. They had no food, no water, no light, no nothing. So animal control brought them into us, and as soon as we saw them, it was definitely hard to see because they were skin and bones, really timid. That tail was right under its legs, scared of us, didn't know what was going on, and after a couple weeks, they definitely were totally different animals. Put some meat on their bones, and they would play ball, and they were just so grateful. It's crazy how somebody can do that to an animal, and then you just show them a little bit of love, and how they come around after that. It's awesome to see.
Who likes cookies?
You have to give the love. And some of them, if you don't give them compassion, if you don't give them the love and attention, some of them I don't believe would make it.
Just take a bite.
If you sit back and watch the employees, they know every animal. They know about every animal, and they put a lot of time and effort and love into them.
It's not just a shelter. You know, we actually love the animals. If we had just a bigger facility, you know what I mean? We are sometimes at capacity, you know.
We definitely need more kennels for cats and dogs. We're at full capacity almost all the time. So if we had more kennel space, more, room to roam, it would be really nice.
Space. We definitely need more space. We just don't have the room that we need for the amount of animals we get in. Small animal area would be awesome because we get all these little critters in and they're just up front, and sometimes that can be scary for them because there's big dogs walking by.
They do an awesome job with the resources they have, but we need more kennels. We need more places to take the animals outside, to get them outside and let them off the leash and just stuff like that.
And then also more areas inside for people to go, because right now we have some rooms, but if they're full and somebody's interested in looking at a dog, they'll go outside, and you just need to be able to be in a room and more one-on-one with whoever they're interested. I think we'd have more adoptions with that.
Every bad story, there's another 20 great ones. Even though it hurts, you're helping animals, you're saving lives.
I think people sometimes, I should be a lawyer, or I should be this, or I should be that. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I believe that. I need to be here. I feel this is where I'm supposed to be. That's why I'm here.
We understand somebody's got to do it, and we're going to stick it through.